Hi, how you guys doing? Okay, I'm gonna turn down the music. Turn down the music. Okay. How's everyone doing? All good? Can y'all hear me? I think you guys can, right? Skål. Hi, Jack. What's this? Hey, Sachaman. Konbawa. No, it's not konbawa. No, it's like what's morning like? I forgot. Ohio. No, I forgot what is Japanese for good morning. Okay. Wolf Mathis. Hi, from Netherlands. Hi, how are you? Okay, first time in here. Hey, David. ¿Cómo está, David? Ciao. Savannah. What? Zwenzia. Hello. Okay. So, David, what's your question? I can't stay, but I take my time for a quick salute to you. Salute. Considering to buy a G&L 30 ASAT Classic, which model you recommend? Okay, David, if you can, okay, this is my personal opinion. I've tried the all the USA models and the tribute. They're all okay, except if you want this guitar to be like with you for the longest time, like some guitar to keep and not to sell later, then you should get the Fullerton Deluxe. Get an ASAT Fullerton Deluxe. There are many choices for you. You can get the Blues Boy, which is like a humbucker in the neck and the single coil at the back, or just get the normal tally ASAT. So you have two. So yeah. I mean, in Italy, I think you can get some nice G&L models. So the rest is up to you. You have to choose which one you want. But I personally would recommend the Blues Boy because it's so versatile. You can actually use it for a lot of genre of music. So this is a Blues Boy. Humbucker at the neck. Normal. ASAT single coil at the bottom. Right. This is the USA made. So the USA made has a belly cut here. So it's very nice. And then the finish is very nice. The color is very nice. So that's the difference. Yeah. Hi, Majik from Scotland. Guitar movies from Boston. Wow. Cool. I've been to Boston once. Just once. And I nearly froze out of my underwear. It's so cold when the wind started blowing. It's like, ooh. Yeah, I remember that. Went to visit a friend in Berkeley. So, yeah, I had a good time there. That was back in the mid-90s or the late 90s. Mid-90s, yeah. Hi, David. From Oregon? Cool. Mathis, watch a lot of your videos, but this is the first time on the live stream. Well, welcome. Jack, I done bought 2 Fender Squires. Oh, you did? Okay. Hi, Pooh. How are you? Which model do you buy, Jack? Paulo. Ciao, Benny. Ciao. In Australia. Ciao, we are made of vibrations. Yes, we are. What's this? Once is enough. You sure? Hey, Esther. Good morning. I saw your bicycle. Very cute, huh? Very cute bicycle that you have. Americans require a huge belly cut in most cases. Well, my belly is growing. I need to go exercise. This is why I keep on telling myself every day, I need to go cycling. I need to go cycling. And then I would just like lie around and this is bad. I know it's bad, and you can feel it creeping up at you. And you know that sitting down for long hours is not good, like what I'm doing right now. But I don't know. I'm trying to get my butt off and get my butt on a bicycle as soon as possible. Who knows? Maybe tonight after the live stream. This is what I always say. I think I said this the same thing on the last live stream, and I didn't go anywhere. Just bring up the text a little bit. Okay, now I can see clear. Ryan, how are you from Portugal? Portugal. Man, I'd love to go to Portugal. I would love to take a visit to Portugal. What's this? July. Is that a sound? Hang on, let me just get some sound out of this contraction. Why is there no sound? Open up. Okay, don't save. There's something going on here. Yeah, I should have sound here. Oh, okay, hear it. Can you all hear the guitar? Okay. Try to tune the guitar up. I don't know why it's like lopsided. Shouldn't be. It should be in, like, straight up mono. Maybe if I... Okay, never mind. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So this is the Blues Boy. So nice guitar. Right now it's a bit of a just like a, and right now it's in the humbucker mode. This is the bridge. Yeah, nice guitar. All right, David. David. Okay, so I missed out a whole bunch of you guys. Okay, my guitar, please. The Serbian, not only Americans. I have one that's iced tea, and the other one looks like Black Beauty, Eric Clapton, the black and white one. Wow, it looks nice, Jack. Esther, yes, it's so small. A guy was running over. Okay. Walls of Jericho. What's your favorite guitar at the moment? I'm in love with my Teddy right now. Right now? My favorite guitar? To tell you the truth, my favorite guitar right now is a guitar that I just cannot afford. What's this? Yeah, the McCarthy. It's too expensive for me, but I love this guitar so much. You know, it's something else. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Yep. So I'm loving this guitar so much. Yeah, the guitar is coming out in one channel. I don't know why. I'm gonna fix this later on. Can't do it now. It's supposed to be on mono, but why is it coming out in? Wait, huh? Just hold on. Let me see what I can do over here. I know there's a way to make it all mono. What did I click on the last time? And I go. What did I do the last time? Performance mode? No. Why? Why is it here now? Output projector, undo, unmute. Properties, default. Okay. So should be okay right now, right? Is this okay? Is this in mono right now? So if you ask me, this is my favorite guitar now, for now, right? So, like I said, you know, I can't possibly afford this right now. Especially when there's no work, you know, there's no touring, there's no gigs. So anyway. Keith Chen, how are you? Love watching your video, very informative. Thank you. Gary Webster, okay. Can you hear me, right? Yeah, okay. Guitar coming from the left, Lorenzo, yes, and no voice. Okay. Jorge Madones, hi dear friend, good to see you from Chile. How are you? Okay. One day I would, you know, there was one time that I was given a chance to visit Venezuela, but it didn't happen. I was supposed to go up there for a mission trip or something like that, but it didn't happen. Just the name Venezuela. Wow, this is like. Anyway, Johnny Zombie, how are you? Johnny Martin Fabella, hello. Prakash Rajagopal, hello. Wanted to know if you ever tried any of the new modern amps. Were you and your opinion on those three? No, I'm not. I have very bad experiences with modern amps because somehow I didn't quite like the sound I'm hearing from the modern amps that I tried. Truth be told, I have not tried the Katana yet, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, there is. Okay, no, you should not. Okay, sorry. I'm back with the echo. Is it better now? Yeah, I'm in a rock and roll trip, so I hope you can hear me now. Is there something wrong with my connection? I don't know what's happening, so I would try to solve this as fast as I can on the get-go. It was working perfectly the last time, so okay, so let me see now. Very good. Is it better now? Is it better now? Okay, good. All right. So let's carry on. Like I said, yeah, Prakash, yeah. So I have not tried the Boss Katana, so I have no idea what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but I just have no experiences with it yet. All right. Martin Falabella, have you any Comanche Deluxe? Yes, I do. I have a Comanche Deluxe, a Fullerton Deluxe. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. You got a lot of questions at one time. Okay, what's his PRS? Okay, what's your favorite scale? I don't have a favorite scale. For me, I just think of it as one scale. You know, yeah, it's a bit complicated. Walls or Jericho? See, maybe you find a nice core model or SE, which will always. No, I would not do that. Walls or Jericho. If I were to get this, I would save up and get this because it's worth getting, yeah, in many ways. So I wouldn't like, you know, get the SE or the cheaper models. If I really want to get this, I'll just save up and get this. Okay. All right, MK. Well, figured why are my love spinner to stay in tune longer. Okay. Andy Lee. Okay, this is the first time I see you, so you guys can hear me now, so it should be okay. No sound. You're back with echo. Lots of echo. My good lord, delays on your voice. Alright, cool. No, I have not heard of any Gustavo or Cerati music. Last review was bomb. Was bomb like bad bomb or good bomb? Oh, the zebra wood? Okay, good. Paulo, what? TC? Yeah, perfect. Don't touch anything more. Tripping. Keep Chan, okay. Johnny Zombie. Hi, Johnny. What do you think about the new Lukather solo album? I've not heard it yet. I've been so busy. I haven't like checked out. Since you reminded me, I will check it out. All right. I got someone from Robert Cook saying congratulations for the 55th live stream. Time flies. Mark Moresi, bonsoir, tout le monde. What? Tout le monde? Ah, okay. Bonsoir. If I Reunion Island. Ah, okay. Comment allez-vous, Mark? Eh? David asking, hi, David. Didn't know you were having a live meeting. Yeah, I stopped announcing the live stream a while back. I just thought, like, I'll come and surprise everyone. Jonathan, I'll send you my boss. I have to try. No, Jack, it's too much problem. It's too much trouble. Yeah, it's too much trouble. Like, you got to, like, send it out. It's going to cost a bum. Yeah, so I have fun with this. I'm just going to play a bit if I can and get it to sound right. Okay. That's my fix for today. Right, so the McCarthy, if you can afford it, if you have a lot of money, like, get one for me for my birthday. So, before we continue, there is this super chat, super sticker. So if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, please feel free to go ahead and also be part of the Patrons. Yeah, some of you guys are in the Patreon, so thank you guys for your support. All right. I'll send you my boss, Andy667. Hi, John, on the HP Amarok. All right, we have 500k parts. When actually on actives, it should be lower. How does that impact No, I don't know. I'm a zero when it comes to electronics. All I do is just play the guitar. And the Amarok that I had, yeah, it's not here with me now. Yeah, it's gone because I had to make space for this room. So yeah, it's with someone else at the moment. Martin, okay, Andy Louder, Joe Bancroft. Okay, could we get some tapping by any chance? I don't do tapping a lot. In fact, I have a very unorthodox way of doing finger tapping. I tap with my pick, right? Does this 594 have a chunky neck? No, it does not. It's a very nice neck. John, Esther, why would you prefer this PRS over Paul's model? Is it the pickups and the differences in? They both have the same neck. They are like pattern shape. So pattern shape has an asymmetrical way about it. So both the Paul's guitar and this McCarthy has the same neck. It's very comfortable. So it's nothing to do with the neck. I think it's the way it looks. It's like a Les Paul, right? It plays not like a Les Paul. It plays even more smoother than a Les Paul, but yes, the weight of the Les Paul is like 4 kg. It's really heavy, right? So I can't imagine myself like in a long gig with this, unless I do a lot of workout. But 4 kg is really heavy. But like I said before, weight has a difference, makes a difference in tone. So I'm not saying that you should lug around a 6 kg guitar, but the woods that have been used, I believe it plays a part. A lot of people would think that, oh no, it's like you can put an acrylic body and it's just all the same. It's all about the pickups. They've proven and tested it. But I've tried so many guitars, right? I've tried like so many guitars with different kind of woods, with the lighter ones. This sounds very different from a guitar that is way lighter than this. This would definitely sound different from the Harley Benton's Les Paul kind of a model, because they're made of like really light mahogany as compared to this one. So it's a whole. I don't see it as just the body wood. I'm seeing it as a whole thing, like the neck, the makeup, including the pickups, right? So these pickups are really nice. So that's why I like this. Yeah. Thank you, Paolo. TC. Hey, you're from Australia. Which part of Australia are you from, Mr. TC? Hi, Joe McCarthy. How are you, man? Joe Bancroft. Hey, man, I'm thinking of buying a ESP LTD GH200. God, I don't know what that is. Do you know anything about this guitar of ESP or ESPs in general? I do know a little bit about ESPs, but this is an LTD, right? So GH200, I'm not too sure about that model. Yeah, so I can't tell you. John McCartney, love my new curl in Atomic Snow. Interesting. Do you know that Nick Johnston, Schecter came out with a Nick Johnston Tele shaped guitar, which I think is pretty interesting. So I'm just hoping that Davis will bring them in. Martin Frabella, you maybe can't afford it, but you can play it. Who cares about property then? Yeah, but then it's going back to the shop, so I will miss it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not like a real love affair like I had with the Nick Johnston. Like I'll go like thinking about it. Who knows? Maybe if I watch this review of this video long enough, I'll probably just go and get it. ASAT Classic or any Fender Tele that you like. You know what? I actually like the there's a GNL ASAT Special. If you all checked it out, it has like sort of a P90 kind of pickups. It's a Tele, real bulky looking in a way. Some may say ugly, but it's a real bulky pickup, not like the MFDs. But even though they are MFDs, but I thought that guitar sounded really good. Yeah, but yeah. Sometimes you just can't like choose sound over the way the guitar looks, right? So you need to have a combination of both, and that's why the McCarthy wants this won this category hands down because it looks good as well as the sound, you know. And I kind of like, the reason why I like it is because of that purple finish. It's not really conspicuous because at a certain angle it becomes like a dark looking guitar, like, you know, like a black guitar, right? But at a certain light it just kind of like shines out the purple hue, which I kind of thought that it was a really nice touch. Yeah. The last HB guitar you reviewed was the ST in black. I got it and love it. I got more love than my 800 guitars, but I feel the frets are very narrow and not so high. Yeah, Andy, because all these guitars are really on the budget, you know, the budget level, so they will skimp on many components like the electronics, the fret work. So apart from that, the guitar is really well made. Yeah, that's nice guitar to mod for beginners. Yeah, the frets are okay for me. You know, I can play all sorts of frets, like from the normal, the thin one, the nickel ones, to the extra jumbo stainless steel, whatever you have, titanium. It doesn't really matter to me because yeah, just play it. You know, just play guitar. Sometimes we get so caught up with the finer details of the guitar, like, you know, what frets they are using, what sort of fretboard. Now, fretboard, I take an exception because there's certain fretboards that doesn't feel right, like chalky. You know, the feels like chalky, and then you come off, and then you have black fingertips. I experienced this in a couple of Harley Benton guitars, and that was a turn off. But I guess if I were to own that guitar, I would probably, like, you know, clean it up and clean it up with wood soap, you know, and maybe oil it and just leave it for a couple of days, do the same procedure again until I get rid of all the black stain, you know, the black powder thing. So that's the only thing. But sometimes you get so caught up, like, in the nut, you know, and everything, that if the guitar plays beautifully, I mean, if there's no major issues, then okay, just it's a guitar that you love, and that's it, you know. Fair enough. I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? I don't know. Okay. Joe McCarthy, my new Jack Fowler guitar has been delivered today. Whoa. You're gonna love it. Yep. I'm gonna love it. What to look out for? Yeah, you might want to change the volume knob because it's kind of plasticky and cheap. And when you are activating the split coil, it can just come right off. So you need a volume part that screws in, you know what I mean? There's a small Allen key so you can actually hold on, so when you're pulling up and pushing down, it doesn't come off. So something to think about. Thank you, Chris, for that coffee. How are you doing, young man? Andy667, maybe they chipped out on fret materials. Anyway, it feels weird when I do bends, and yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I meant. So when you're doing bends and if you feel kind of weird, then you might just want to polish the fret. So there are many ways to polish a fret. You can get what do you call it, aerosol or something like that. You know, there's a tube of you know, when you polish your brass things. So you can use that with a little bit of steel wool. Be careful to tape over your fret board so that you don't damage the wood in your fretboard, and polish the frets, and then you'll feel better. Yeah, you'll go smoother. Okay. Joe Bankoff. Alright. Okay. So Joe McCarthy and David Askin, you know, you guys are in the same area. Yeah, ASAT specials are beautiful. Yes, they are. Joe, I got an Epiphone Les Paul at the moment, and do you recommend a Gibson upgrade or to stick to the cheaper brands? If you were to get a Gibson, okay, this subject kind of came out in my head when I was playing the PRS. You know me and my gripe with PRS, because I always thought the PRS are really overpriced, and there's a whole lot of hype about him, and certain things that he said I don't agree, and you know, it's just a general attitude of everything. And the playability. Like, you know, I never did like the CST and all that, because just found that it sounds weird, plays weird. But I was surprised this time around with the McCarthy and the Paul's guitar. Yeah, I tried the Paul's guitar before, but that was the SE model, the cheaper model. This one plays totally different. So Chinese have to say 一分钱一分货, meaning you pay for what you get, right? So I find that if you were to buy a Gibson Les Paul, for example, as an upgrade from your Epiphone, you are buying it because it's a Gibson, right? A lot of people will buy it for the brand, and they are way overpriced. You know, some of the Les Pauls are really overpriced. So if you're gonna get something like cost like almost the same as this PRS McCarthy, I'd rather you get a McCarthy, because it has better appointments than most of the Les Paul I've seen in that price range, in this price range. And I think it sounds a whole lot better. Yeah, so something to think about. And if you don't feel like spending that much money, then stick with your Epiphone and see what's wrong with it and rectify it. If you just really sick of that guitar, then okay, then maybe it's up to you. Right? It's up to you to kind of like decide whether you want to get a real Les Paul or not get a real Les Paul, and maybe settle for an alternative. All right. Hope that helps, Joe. Paulo, New South Wales? Ah, cool. You gotta try your parts guitar. My parts guitar, so fun and just yours. Ah, okay. I will, if I can get my hands on one. Jim Motazda. Motaza? Jim Motaza? Yeah. Hi, John. Have you checked out the Sterling? No, I have not. The company that does Music Man, Sterling, and Ibanez, and Fenders, yeah, they're a different company. So I have very little connection with them. So it's kind of hard for me. Like, even you guys would be asking me to try the Boss Katana. The Boss is also handled by them. So I have very little connection with them, and very little leeway, so to speak. So some of the Fenders that I tried was because of BandLab, because of connection with BandLab, and yeah, we'll see how, because I'm trying to get reconnected with them, but I don't know. It's up to them. It's their prerogative. So I wouldn't want to force my way around. All right. Okay. Scrobless. Right. Do you have a favorite Harley Benton guitar? Bought CLC. Okay. Wondering if I made the right purchase. Was a buzzing low string when picking with the pick high frets. I had the 650, but I always preferred the CLD 414. I think it's or for something, the one with the thicker spruce top. Yeah, I thought that was a Barrett guitar. It was really well set up. In any case, if you have buzzing on the low string, means that you need to maybe just kind of like tilt your truss rod, adjust your truss rod to the neck a little bit this way up, just a little, so that it doesn't the action is not too low. Have a little bit of leeway. So something to adjust if you know how to adjust. If not, then get it to a luthier. Maybe you can help with other stuff. Yeah, maybe you can do a shim, or work on the nut a bit or on your saddle. Sergio, hi, how are you, Sergio? Chris, okay. Martin, do you play other instruments? I play the full. That's so corny. Okay, I play a bit of keyboards, not a whole lot. Yeah, that's about it. Bass, yeah. Chris, you're working on Father's Day commercial. Cool. Is it coming up? Father's Day is commercials. So Father's Day is coming up soon, huh? Okay. Joe McCarthy, I saw a picture of the T-style Nick Johnston model, and I'm a fan of T-styles model. Maybe I'll buy one if you demo one and give it... What? And give it to the Jonathan... I don't know, man. I'm really tempted to get the Nick Johnston custom shop model from Schecter USA. It costs a bomb, but every time I look at a picture of it with the wing neck, I'm going like, man. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just something that I'm still thinking about. But I'm really happy with my Nick Johnston. So Joe McCarthy, I bought an Eastman and love it. Cool. And David Askin, retired guy. Joe, if you're looking for someone to play guitar, cool. Yeah, you guys should just hang out, you know. Well, also Jericho, I think the most important subject is that he has to inspire you no matter what the price tag. Yes. If you're playing some Gibson and they don't inspire you, stick with the Epiphone. Good advice. How long have you been playing since the very start? Many years. Like I said many times in this live streams, I started not really early. I started playing acoustic guitar maybe. I tried to play the acoustic guitar when I was 16, 17, joined a band, got introduced to the electric guitar. Can't play to save my life, but you know, I got by. I had a band, so I improved. And then I started getting serious when I went into the army, and we kind of have a jam every time I come back from my army camp, and we would jam and we would just play around in the studio, and I kind of like improve bit by bit, and then came out of the army. I joined the workforce, you know, went to work. And then I started playing part-time gigs, and then that's where I kind of like hone in on my guitar skills, because I didn't have a girlfriend then. You know, nobody wanted me, so I was alone most of the nights. And I'll go to work in the morning, come back from work, and I'll be practically by myself. So I will put on my headphones and take out my guitar, and I'll play. I'll play for hours, you know, and yeah. I guess a lot of reason behind the fact that I play so much like I used to when I was young, because of the circumstances that I was in. You know, you think about it. If I have a girlfriend, a long-running girlfriend, from the get-go, I probably wouldn't have that energy and the time to kind of like concentrate on my guitar playing, because I don't think the girl would appreciate it. Like, you know, you're not spending time with me, you're spending more time with that piece of wood, right? So I think the way God planned it was really kind of like unique. And I didn't have a girlfriend for like the longest time. I'm like it's like crazy, you know. I had a girlfriend, but you know, she broke up with me when I went into the army. So I had this couple of years of free time, and I just kind of like went into the woodshed and kind of honing the skill. I was just like, you know, blind in a way, because nobody taught me, and that I didn't have a good guitar teacher. I was just learning stuff from the records, and trying to duplicate what I hear and you know, in my own way. Like I shared before, I didn't even know what a tremolo arm is. When I'm hearing like Steve Lukather doing all those dive bombing, woo woo, I'm going like, how in the world did he do that? And later on, found out it was a tremolo arm. And when I saw a tremolo arm, I just broke down and laughed, because I've seen guitars in the music shop with the tremolo arm, and I always thought the tremolo arm was like a you know, like for bicycle you have a kickstand. I thought it was a kickstand for the guitar to be held upright. Then I found out, okay, so this is what it's for, and I'm like learning as I went, and I went professional in the age of 23. Yeah, so after 3 years in the workforce, in various companies, well, 2 companies, I went to work as a full-time musician, and that was back in 1983, yeah, until now. How many years is that? Can't think. Okay, so where are we? Hi Don, how are you? And Virginia and Evgeny Frolov, yeah, in the new Tobacco Buzz Comanche review. You mentioned that it sounds different from the Olympic White Comanche sound. Could you tell me more? How are they different? It sounds different because the pickups are, yeah, they just sound different because the Olympic White that I reviewed many videos back. I think this is about a year or so ago. It was kind of thin sounding, and I was surprised because the pickups are actually made from America. So, you see, so this is what I'm talking about. So it could be a lot of variations, like probably the wood. I believe that was a basswood guitar, the Olympic White, as opposed to the Swamp Ash that I have. And you might have the same pickups. The pickups are from Fullerton, same Z coil, but then the components are different. The capacitors, the pots and everything, they are different. So I don't know. I'm not an electronic expert, so maybe that has to do something with how it sounds like. But this one that I tried was quite okay, and of course it's a different kind of wood again. Maybe the electronics are better. I don't know. But this new one, which is actually a limited run, yeah, it sounded really good. The one with the bro top, yeah. T Jackson, thoughts on the Zoom 11. Cozy, so. I love the design, the way it is, because I'm a fan of Ultraman and touch screen. I think it's a good touch, but yeah, I wasn't too impressed with it. Yeah. Sergio, Jonathan, is it worth to buy an Ibanez instead of a Mexican Fender or G&L if I had 600 or 7? Well, Sergio, the thing is that you have to try it, right? Buy a guitar that you love, not just because it's Ibanez or because it's a G&L or a Fender or a Gibson. Try out the guitar first. So this is what goes on in my mind whenever when I'm going shopping for a new guitar. Back in the days, I would look at my wallet or my bank account. How much do I have? Okay, so I have a budget of $800, right? So for me, I would think like, okay, $800. What am I buying? Am I buying a guitar that I will use every day, or just buying a guitar that I like, to see? If I'm buying a guitar that I'm going to use every day in my band, then I would be very practical and buy a guitar that I'm very comfortable with. Like, I will probably buy a guitar with a tremolo arm and everything. So now it comes down to the brand. You have the Ibanez, you have the Fender, the Gibson. So Gibson is out because Gibson doesn't have any tremolo. So it's down to just 3: Gibson, Fender, G&L. No, sorry. Ibanez, Fender, G&L. And I would go to the shop. Now I will look at all the models and see if I like the Fender ones, and I'll just take down one. And I like the Ibanez, I'll just take that one down. If that same shop is selling G&L, it's okay, which never happens. So I'll take down and I'll just play it and see which one feels comfortable, and I'll arrive at a decision soon enough, because you can tell straight away. So it's about looks first, right? It's always about the aesthetic, how the guitar looks. Because if the guitar looks like, you won't pick it up. But the guitar looks, this guitar looks really nice. It instill a certain motivation in me to pick it up and play. And that's a guitar, right? But how does it sound? So you have to try it. And if you arrive at the conclusion that the 3 guitars, this is the best looking guitar and the best, most comfortable guitar, but not the best sounding, then you can look at it and say and decide whether you want to afford to do any mods, like change the pickup or do anything to it. Maybe that will help. If it doesn't, then go for the second best looking guitar that sounds better. Right. So this is my thought process. I hope that helps. Hi Ian, how are you? What? Okay. So I'm in track now. Benji, thank you for your reviews. The music samples you create on the instrument was not just informative review. Thank you so much. Mr. TC, I meant assemble different parts yourself for your guitar, by body, neck, then vibrate away. Yeah, that's something that I don't see myself doing, because it's a lot of work, and I can't afford that time, and I don't like to hurt my hands, my fingers especially, because sometimes when you're doing adjustments, you tend to cut your fingers or scrape fingernails or stuff like that. I just don't want to do that. I'll leave it to Wayne. Yeah, Ian, started when I was a young teenager. Only took 45 years to get to where I'm now with the guitar. That's called perseverance, man. Right? Foul putter. Ciao. Hey, hi, ciao. Don Sim, are the Eastman guitars on the same level as the American models they copy? I have no idea, Don. A couple of you guys will probably know, because some of you guys have bought the what you call it, Eastman. But good news though, the last stream some of you guys asked me about what guitar is that? ERT, E-R-A-E-A-R-T. Well, I contacted them, and I managed to touch base with the boss. So yeah, so they're sending me a ERT guitar. I had the delivery details supposed to arrive latest by Monday. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it, and I'll show you guys. I'll do a review and show you guys. But what I've known and seen, they are pretty well made. They're pretty, not just well made, excellently made. A lot of them are impressed with the way that the frets are cut and all that, but how it sounds like remains to be seen or heard. So we'll see. Parody, hi. I'm having a nice day. I am. I'm just hungry. Yeah. Crockcat. Hi, Jonathan. Great videos on the GNL Strat and the Tally. I love comments. Main point being, unfortunately, the Tally is hard to find with the 2x single pop PUPs pickups. 95% of the listings are one single and one humbucker in the EU. Yeah, that's because it's a Blues Boy. Yeah. So what they're selling is a Blues Boy. This is not a Blues Boy. This is a set. A GNL A set with semi hollow. So the listing should be GNL A set semi hollow and not a Blues Boy. So you have the Blues Boys with the semi hollow. So they are totally different guitars. ND667, opinion on the Zoom G6. How does it compare to the G5 or G11? I've tried all this that you mentioned. I'm actually more impressed with the G5 than anything else. Basically, it's down to the fact that it's user friendly, and the pricing. I think it's so it's so economical to get the G5, and it works. I like the sound that comes out from the G5. The G11 and G6, they kind of like Zoom upgraded it to another level where everybody's doing the same thing, like the IRs and stuff like that, and touchscreen. But they don't have enough DSP to do it thoroughly. You get what I mean? Like, okay, you might just put that I'm a fanboy of Line 6 and stuff like that. The Helix has enough DSP to handle everything that you want to do with it, and even then, sometimes if you want to be more adventurous, you find that you're a bit lacking. Now the HS Storm has the same problem because it doesn't have enough DSP power. The Zoom G6 and G11, they wanted, I know where they are going for it. They wanted to do the stuff that everybody else is doing, and with a different take on it, but they just run short of DSP power. That's my only gripe with the G6 and the G11. Whereas the G5, they don't use the same algorithms, they don't use the same system, so they're okay. You can get really nice sound because it's what it is, right? So you don't expect too much of it. Joe McCarthy, I prefer the Eastman. I ended up setting my Les Paul. Yeah, I heard a lot about Eastman, so I must find a way to get my hands on one of the Eastmans. Okay. After Strat, Martin, after Strat, after Tally. What's that? Okay, just a statement, I guess. David asking, Eastman guitars that I have is the Les Paul, is all handmade. The quality is the same as Gibson Custom Shop. See, there you go. So I have to look for a GNL A-set semi-hollow only. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. You have to look for that, and they're not much. In fact, there's none available except the new model. So the one that I reviewed is a new model. You just came up with this. So something to just to see, whether you can get this first hand. I don't think anybody second hand right now or used. You probably can. I think Sweetwater carries it if you're in the States. Hi Kim, how are you doing, my old friend? Kim has been with the channel for the longest time. He was one of the few first subscribers when I first started out like 3 years ago. Right, Kim? Aptitude. That's how you pronounce your name. Eastman is really good. The quality of the woods and the material is top notch. The only small complaint was the fretwork. Yeah. A-set after Strat after Tally. What? Oh, A-set. No, you're wrong. It's anti-satellite. You see, you guys didn't know. Fun fact. That's, Leo Fender and Mr. Fullerton, George Fullerton, are fans of military hardware. Like, he names it after the Comanche. Comanche is named, you thought it's named after the Indian tribe. It's named after the attack helicopter Comanche. Then you have the ASAT, so it's anti-satellite system, anti-satellite weapon system. And then you have, what's the other one? The Doheny, I have no idea what the Dohenys are about. What's the other model that they have? Skyhawk, right? Skyhawk is named after a missile or something like that, I forgot. So they are named after weapon systems. Belarus, ciao, come sta? Thank you, Esther. And Esther, when you ride your bike the next time, make sure that your helmet fits properly. What you do is pull back all your hair, put the helmet in. Make sure your helmet is around here. Alright? Chin strap are not overly tight, but make sure that when you shake your head around, the helmet doesn't fall off. It's very important to wear your helmet properly. And you have a back strap, tighten the back strap so that it fits. Yeah, I'm saying this because I'm concerned about about you. Helmet saved my life many times when I'm riding on the road. Sometimes I have crashes and stuff like that. The helmet is always there, and sometimes I can see the damage on my helmet, and it's like scary. If the helmet is not there, God knows what will happen. So if you're gonna wear a helmet, it's not about style. It's not about just wear it in a way that protects your head. Like I said again, pull back your hair, right? Make sure that nothing is like coming out from your helmet, and then just wear your helmet properly. Okay. Belarus is that a VC? Yes, it's a VC15. Old VC15. It's been around for many years. Crocat, it sounded excellent. And by the way, a solo in the beginning of the GNL Strat was excellent, very expressive and melodic. As I say, you knock it out of the park. Thank you so much. Paulo, Forza Italia, 20 minutes and we play. That's what that means. So yes, anti-satellite system. Go figure. Fast Eddie, love the channel. I purchased a Harley Benton because of you. Oh, really? Oh, thank you, guy. Thank you. I don't get anything for Harley Benton. They actually offered me, but I declined. I didn't want them to pay me anything because yeah, then the reviews will be biased. But they did something better. They sent me guitars, but they stopped sending now because of the COVID-19, and I guess shipping is pretty expensive these days. Thomas on guitar. Hi, Jonathan. Nice to see you again. Cheers from Norway. Yeah, Norway. Hi, Thomas. How are you? ZXBC. Hi, Jonathan. I'm deciding between a Yamaha Pacifica 612 and a Fender Player Strat. Do you think I can dial in an authentic Strat neck pickup sound with the Seymour Duncan SSL with some EQ tweaking? Very good question. Yes, you can, but it will have a signature Seymour Duncan sound. Recently, I've been playing a lot of guitars that are fitted with the Seymour Duncans, and straight off I can tell that it's like this familiar twang to it. That this is a Seymour Duncan. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Seymour Duncans. I have a lot of Seymour Duncans, and I played a lot of Seymour Duncans. But they have the distinctive sound, like that you can actually run from it. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way they're wired, or maybe it's the material that they use. So if you're looking for an authentic Strat sound, then you might be better off getting getting a Fender Strat, right? I'll tell you why. Because I wasn't a fan, and I'm still not a fan of the Pacifica. I find that it's just, there's nothing special about it. The Red Star, on the other hand, is something else. I like the Red Star a lot, the Yamaha Red Star, but I'm not really a fan of the 612. So if I were to be given a choice between a 612 and a Fender Strat, I would choose a GNL. If you can find a GNL. If not, then okay, let's just go for a Fender Strat, depending on your budget. Right? Martin, the Kramer Beretta Vintage is like a slice of delicious pizza. Yeah, it's not the whole pizza, but still delicious. Buono. I haven't tried that yet, the Beretta Vintage, so I do not know. Ian, look at Iron Gear. Yeah, okay, there you go. Polo Tone Riders pickups on my homemade Strat. Oh, fantastica. Bene. Yeah, okay. So you guys probably know what you guys are doing. Okay, time for some show and tell. I'm going to show you a guitar that I find it to be very interesting. This is a 2 guitar case, by the way. Okay, the guys in City Music sent me this. Right, it looks like a tally. This is a Michael Kelly, and what is it called? Good Lord. It's called a Mod Shop 55 Duncan, and the finish is called a Flame Blue Jean Wash. Okay, you can tell that it's like features what does it features? 2 Seymour Duncan, the Seymour Duncan synchronized mini humbucker for the bridge and for the neck, and a Seymour Duncan stack mat on the bridge. Bow nut, Swamp Ash body, right? Maple neck, medial jumbo frets. Yep, modern C profile. So this is how a blue jean kind of like finish on the body is like. Swamp Ash. You can see the grain. Nice. This mini humbucker. I'm really interested in finding out what this mini humbucker does. Just play. There's this like a tattoo, like a marking on the side, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so tune this up. Bye, Martin. Quite nice, quite nice. Pretty impressed with this. Like the neck. Pickups, okay. Pickups, like, I don't know. This is like a, yeah. I'm playing on the Nurex MG30, so it's not really the normal way I go about it. Would be more accurate if I were to play this on my Helix. So, yeah, kind of like the tone. As far as playability is concerned, you know, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, sorry. Where were we? Oh, I'm so far back. Okay. Joe McCarthy. I'm looking at Lindy Fallen and Lola's vintage pickups for. Okay. File part. I have a Harley Benton CST24T, but I noticed there is equipped a 6-screw bridge that is supposed to work sitting on top, but the CST top is curved. How did you set up your bridge? I forgot. I don't have a guitar with me. I sold it away a couple of months ago. I have no problem with the 6-screw bridge. In fact, that was one of the most stable bridge that I ever played on a Harley Benton. I didn't mod anything on that guitar at all. Just the pickup mounting, plastic mounting, and that's about it. Maybe the volume knobs. But the original 6-screw tremolo system was really good. Yeah, it stayed in tune. You know, you can see some of my videos, my past videos where I was using the CST24. Yeah, it's actually a very good guitar. Yeah. I didn't do much to set up the bridge, just a normal. I had it floated, you know, and yeah, like I said, stay in tune. You probably got to like foul off the nut a little bit, you know, so just a side, yeah, so that it doesn't catch. Crocky Cat, thinking of picking up a PRS SE Custom 24.8. I've seen reviews, but wanted to ask if you have played one when you visit your music stores where you live. No, I'm not. I've not played a SE Custom 24. Did I? You gotta check some of my reviews, okay? Crocky, you go for a playlist under PRS and see whether is it there. If it's not there, then I haven't played it. But if it's there, yeah, I'll play. I played one before. Okay, Paolo, Michael Kelly, I finally heard one of these here in Oz. They are popular, but they always look like Blair. Yeah, I know what I mean. No, sonic guitars are really nice looking. I've seen a couple of those that are really nice. Sounds like a hall reverb. Is it better now or what? Or is it bad? Anyway, yeah, the audio is all shot, so I might just have to like stop playing because it's not doing anyone any good. Okay, so where were we? Julian, what's up, Jonathan? Quick question: do you think Fender custom shop guitars are worth it? If you are in that, well, if you can afford it, of course, it's worth it. For me, I find that I would rather, for me, okay, this is me. I'll rather pick up guitars that are off the shelf, like, you know, unless it's something that I really want, in which case I would custom made it or custom build it myself. But if there's something that I really want, like for example, I was talking about the Shackton Nick Johnston custom shop, which is actually the original one that they have, which is not really a custom shop, because when someone says it's a custom shop, means like it's customized. So it was customized for him. on the start, but now it's become a retail model, a higher end retail model. So yeah, so custom shop means a lot of different things to different people. And if you're thinking of customizing a guitar that you like, maybe a Jeff Beck model, and you just want to have your own pickup configuration and your own compound radius going, then that's custom shop, right? That's customized. But when people say it's a custom shop, most of the time it's a retail custom shop. So they actually had it on or sort of a mass production, but not really mass production, limited run, right? So yeah, so it all depends on what you want to get. I cannot tell you. Some of it are really nice. Some of the custom models are really nice. Alright, how about Earth guitars? You can buy, yeah. So Maxis, I've reached out to Earth, and they're sending me a guitar soon. So once I receive it, yeah, you guys will probably hear about it. Hey, hi Todd, how are you? Morning. What? What? I'm not holding anything. Alright, so I like the neck, very thin. The thin C. So what's the price for that? That's like 1,100 Sing dollars. Okay, Google, how much is 1,170 Singapore dollars in US dollars?
1,170 Singapore dollars is approximately 882 United States dollars and 29 cents.
Right, so you heard it. So the market carry is $882 US. Yeah. All right, Paulo. Ciao, ciao. A presto. First, Eddie, what decibel level do you recommend practicing at? It depends on how long you want to practice for. If you're practicing for a long period of time, like 2 hours or maybe an hour, yeah, not too loud, so that you can, so that you will not blow your ears, damage your ears. Especially on a, if you're practicing with a headphone, you sometimes you get carried away. I remember this one time when I was hearing music so loud, I was practicing, and that my ears started to bleed. Yeah, something happened. It was too loud. I was crazy then. I don't know what. Maybe I was on a depressive mode. Yeah, that was when I was really young, and I got shocked when I saw blood coming off my ears. But that was a good reminder, so I stopped doing that. Maybe I did damage my right ear. I remember it's on my right ear. So right now I have to blow my ears every time, and I need to hear like a accurate stereo perspective. I have to blow my ears so that my ears will pop and I can actually hear it for a while. And after a while, we just go back again. So if you see me playing live, sometimes I just blow my ears. I blow my nose, then you know why. Yeah, be careful about your ears, because I've been very blessed because God has maintained my ears through the years, playing with a rock and roll band. You know how loud it is on stage. You know, and with the amplifiers and everything. So I used to have like JCM 800s, the Marshall JCM 800s, and they were loud. So it's a blessing, yeah. So I managed to keep my hearing for this long. And with IEMs, you know, if you all go watch the video about the IEMs that I did recently, IEMs are really very very important because you know with the IEMs, the the the, the the thing that matters most that a lot of people do not understand is the earbuds. Now you can of course do the customized ear canal thing, but I didn't like it because it's really uncomfortable because when I'm singing, you know, I'm moving my jaw and then this thing is like right inside your ear canal, you know. So I opted for like, you know, earbuds. And a couple of earbuds that I went through, like, you know, the foam and the rubber, I prefer the rubber ones because they're less hard, you know, the more accommodating to you, the movement of your ear canal. And the new ones that I was presented with from Fat Freak, they were so generous. They gave me one of the top of the line models, and they have really nice rubber earbuds, and those are really comfortable. And it's like isolate everything outside. I mean, really isolate everything outside. All you hear is the music, and I think that's pretty good because you can just concentrate on your music and not be bothered by what's going on around you. Mind you, if you're wearing this in the airport, you gotta be careful because I don't normally wear this in the airport. I wear my wireless headphones from, forgot what brand is that. It's a German brand. Anyway, I wear that because I want to hear what's happening outside in the airport, just in case. So you know, the times that we are living at, right? So yeah, so IEMs are very important because then you don't kind of like bring out the volume too much and damage your ears. So that's a good question, Jonathan. What decibel you should practice at? Now, if you're not wearing IEMs or not wearing headphones at all, it depends on again, what are you practicing with, an amp or multi effects, or you know, if you're practicing with a speaker system, then that is very subjective because sometimes you want to hear that feedback. So if you're into that, then it's gonna get loud. So make sure that you don't practice too long in that kind of environment. A couple of minutes, yeah, they're fine, but maybe a song's worth. But after that, you know, you gotta give your ears some rest. Yeah. My Telecaster, very old square, has a thin C neck, and that is my favorite neck on any of my guitars. Yes, I know what you mean, Ian. That's why I love my Schecter. I find that I get spoiled when I play on the Jack Fowler or the Nick Johnston because they're so easy to play. You know, and couple of the fact that they are like, you know, roasted maple, is so easy to slide up and down. Now compare that to say the McCarthy, you know, and of course the GNL 9.5 radius, and even the GNL necks are really comfortable. But I find that the Schecter necks are really very comfortable for like fast runs and stuff like that. You know, you don't get caught up. You know, and it's nice and smooth. I can't play anything but a thin C. The GNL has one as well. Probably why it's the one I'm always using. Yeah, okay. Crocky Cat. By the way, what about the Nuex MG30 versus the Line 6 Pot Go? I know there is a 190 euros difference, but buck for buck, which is better value? Is the DSP difference that much bigger? You get me there. You just got me there because I like both of them. So I'm in a dilemma. I wouldn't buy the Pot Go. I thought I would buy the Pot Go. In fact, on the review, I said I would get one. But on hindsight, I decided not to get one because, yeah, it doesn't really sound the same. Because I'm spoiled. Like I have my Helix, and I'm always comparing everything to the Helix. right? And it comes close, but not that close. Somehow, yeah, there's a lot of limitations to it. Now, same with the Newx. I like the new way the Newx sound, and I can load in my RRs on the Newx, like I can do on the Port Go too, and have them sound almost similar to how I sound like on the Helix. But the DSP, I think the DSP is about the same. The only problem with the Newx MG30 is the lack of foot switches. So unless you can get a MIDI foot switch to work with your Newx, then it's fine. The Port Go has enough foot switches, and the foot controller is pretty okay, you know. So it's for me, it's probably worth the 190 euros difference. In case you're wondering why I'm always picking up this guitar to play, because I know it's going back to the shop soon. So I just want to play it. Sure, Corky Cat. No worries. Let me just see what I can do with this. Yep, single cut McCarthy. Give me a second, guys. I show. So weird. The way I have everything configured in this Mac, you know, it's so weird because I have a Apollo Twin and I couldn't get it to work the first time around, and I'm still having problems with it until now. So now it's in mono. God. Alright, let's just set it this way. What's that? Hi, Dave. Just got back from taking my PRS to the shop again. Still dropping the neck pickup intermittently after installing a new 5-way switch. So it may be the pickup itself after 30 years. Well, 30 years is a long time. Okay, so what is this like? Good lord. Okay, so this is supposed to be mono now. Alright, so you guys should be hearing like mono right now. Let me know about the how the guitar is sounding. Is the guitar sounding okay? Is the guitar sounding like, in the middle, or is it lopsided? It's such a joy to play this. Okay, enough before I get tempted too much. Hi Guenter, how are you? That is good, huh? Alright, so it's balanced now. Maybe you can sell some guitars to Kid McCarthy. No. Guitars that I have right now are really nice. If I were to get this guitar, it would be a brand new purchase. And I don't know, I'm just keeping my options open, so maybe there are other colors that are nicer than this, who knows. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. You see how it goes. Hi Julio, you're late to the party, but nevertheless, better late than never. J Bob, A.R. Jonathan, hi from Scotland. Hi. Have you tried the Dullahan FT roasted maple? I realized they have updated the Apollo bridges for better action, the revised saddles. No, I have not. They actually sent me a Dullahan in case you guys recall. Yeah, I sold that away because I wasn't used to the sound. So yeah, it's gone. So I have not tried the latest Dullahan. Yeah. And going to schnitzel. So you had a Wiener schnitzel. The pop chop that I have looks like a schnitzel instead of the other one that you're talking about. The what is that? What's the brand? Crack or something like that. Yeah, because it's breaded. Yeah, it's pork breaded with biscuits, crumplings and stuff like that. It's really nice. You know, I finished the last piece today. So it was a special sauce. Yeah, my wife did all this, and this was on a recipe that is passed down. Well, it's available locally online, but it's actually called a Hainanese pork chop recipe. And there's a history about this. Is that the Hainanese is a dialect, right? So they're mostly from mainland China, but from a island called the Hainan Island, Hainan Dao. So these guys are, when they come migrate all over to Singapore. We have guys from Guangzhou, from Fujian, which my ancestors are from, in the Hainan. So the Hainanese would, a lot of them are sailors and a lot of them are cooks, and they're really good cooks. So they serve in all those long seafaring vessels, and they get to know how to cook like Western meals and stuff like that. And this is like a concoction of pork chop in the Western way, but with their own take on it. So basically, it's like potatoes, carrots, onions, green peas, my favorite, and a special sauce. So that sauce has a lot of stuff going there. and yeah, it's nice. I love Pop Chop, and it's the way that the Pop Chop is. God, I'm hungry. It's the way the Pop Chops are being made, you know, and it has the chops cannot be too hard, you know. It has to be like juicy on the inside and crispy on the outside. So that's the oh la la, you know. I gotta start talking about food. Yeah, okay. What? You made it? Oh, you made it, yeah. Hi Jonathan, I have a question for you. How do you record your videos, in the sense, how do you sync the audio and the video? You'll use an editor. So I'm using DaVinci, which is free if you want to download DaVinci. So all you need to do is to put in your video, and then make sure that your video has some audio, so in order to sync it with, and then your audio files, which you record through your digital audio workstation or whatever, and kind of line them up together. Yeah, and once it's lined up, yeah, that's it. Very easy. Julio. Okay. Dave T, PRS is great, but if you grab your Harley Benton Fusion, how? Oh, a whole lot of difference, Dave. Yeah, a whole lot of difference. I played the CST24. You know, for me, I didn't quite like the CST24 is a different thing. I find that I enjoy myself playing on the CST24 more than the actual CST24 from PRS. It's so weird. Yeah, but with the McCarthy and the Paul's guitar, the PRS made and the US made models, they are really something else. They're really nice guitars. You know, I'm not a PRS fan. Okay, so this is where I'm struggling from. Esther, you're hungry now. Come, you have a car, right? Come, drive me to supper. We'll go for supper. Oh no, we can't because there's no dining out anyway. Oh man. Mike Sutton, hi. Thank you, Mike. Still breathing. Are you cooking lunch, Ian? What's that? Joe McCarthy, what would you ask? Well, this chat box is like really slow. Is that 594 tempting you? Yep, a bit. Not as much as the Nick Johnston or the Jack Fowler, but it is tempting me a bit. But I have a nice Les Paul, so I'm about to start cooking. Haven't decided what yet though. Pop chops, Ian. Send some over. do you chaps do pop chops where you're from, Ian? Oh, I have a guitar to show you guys. Hold on. This is the Doheny, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the Fullerton Deluxe Doheny with humbuckers. Interesting. Spaghetti and football match. Ah. Dave, do you play the Fusion T anymore? Seems like the Jack Fowler has sort of replaced it. No. It's still here. I'm still loving it. It's a very different feel from the Jack Fowler, actually. In many ways, I kind of like the feel of the Harley Benton Fusion T. Let's hear a bit about. Let's hear a little bit from this guitar, right? What do you guys think? Okay, Ian, you're vegan. Yeah. Yes, England is the home of pop shops. That's probably where the Hainanese got their recipe from. Okay, there's this place called, if some of you guys are from Singapore, you guys will probably know this place called Chin Chin. It's based near Raffles Hotel, on one of the side lanes. So this coffee shop has been around for like, good lord, for don't know when. And I remember my primary school was like somewhere near there, and my dad, God bless his soul, you know, he sometimes he would like take time off from his work right? And I would like start school like 12, and he would drop by at the school around 12, around 11:45, you know, and he would surprise me and say, and my mom would be there because my mom accompanies me to school when I was younger, and he would come and says, okay, let's play hooky and not go to school. And I go, all right, cool. So he would bring me off to lunch, and we would eat at this place called Chin Chin, which serves the best pork chop ever. All right, and I would be. He knew that was my favorite meal, and I would go and have lunch with my folks and have a wonderful lunch, and then he would take me down across along that road in this road called what is it called? Victoria Street, right? And then we'll walk, and then there'll be our favorite Affix, you know, the modeling, the aeroplane Affix brand Affix, and there will be this shop that sells all the Tamiya and Affix, and he will shop around for a model that both of us would like, you know. So we bought like a couple of models like the Seaplane, Cessnas, are the FW 109 Mr. Smith, the Spitfires, of course, my favorite, and a couple of P-47s, if I'm not mistaken. And he would choose a model that both me and him like, and then we would go back home. And I would skip school for the day, and it's just me and my dad in the kitchen fixing the aeroplane. That was the best time of my life, and I always look forward to those times because that's where I actually spent some time with my dad without him hounding me about my Chinese. You know, and yeah, I always remember the pork chops, and that brought back a whole lot of memories. And this was all back in 1968. Yeah, 68, 69, 68. Well, probably about 69. No, 69, yeah, good memories. Alright, so sorry for going back in time for a while. Esther, I hope I won't be dreaming of pop chops. What, Mike, son, have you played the new Epiphone? No, I've not. I would love to, though. J. Bob, you should try the Scottish haggis. I would love to. I love Scotland. The weather, climate are no to my bones, but haggis is too hot to me. Joe McCarthy, I thought that Doheny came with GM style P90s. Yeah, but these are humbuckers, so that's why I found it to be interesting. It came with a tremolo arm. I didn't fix it on. So I thought this guitar is kind of a weird looking shape, but off-centered, but nice. I tried the Doheny, the original Doheny, a couple of videos ago, like last year and a half, and those are with the P90s. Nice. Andres, if you're talking dishes, you should try the Swedish. Ooh, what's the strumming fermented herring? Many people does not handle that dish well. I'll bet. Fermented, anything fermented is like, you know, we Chinese have this fermented tofu, you know, you know, and I tell you that thing stinks like, good lord, you know, it's like eating shit, practically. But once you get past that smell, it actually tastes good. So there are two variants of this. I tasted two variants of this fermented tofu. One in Taiwan, in Taipei, and the other one in Hong Kong. I prefer the Hong Kong ones, because they are like fried. You know, the tofu are fried, and they're still fermented, but they're fried. So yeah, it makes that thing goes down a little bit easier. The Taiwanese one is like steam, and it's like, dude, you know, and yeah. Andres, yeah, I love it. I'm from the northern part of Sweden. Cool. Hi, cats. How are you, Don? How are you doing? I love Swedish meatballs, like I said many times ago, and I love it when I always have it when I'm in IKEA, right? Yeah, so fretboard is a bit dry. It looks a bit dry, but I don't know what. It doesn't look like rosewood to me. Yeah, Could be Paul Ferro. Nice. We'll see. Yeah. I actually had salmon in my oven, the wife cooked salmon, and some broccoli. So that's my meal after this. Yeah, I'll probably go cycle. I'll probably just take a short ride and just watch the sunrise. So I'll leave at 5:30. Should do 5 a.m. and probably catch a sunrise. Doing good over here. Mark it on my calendar to remember to come watch your video. Well, you're a bit late, darling. You about to end my live stream because it started at 12:30. Yeah. Andres, by the way, do you think you have a look at the new Harley Benton HP35 in the near future? I'll do one better, Andres, because I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. Sorry, cats, no pun intended. I actually asked Earth Guitars to send me a 335 model. I saw it on the website and it looks really delicious. So yeah, and they're sending me it. They're sending it to me. Probably arrive by Monday. So I think that will be quite interesting. Like I said, Earth guitars are made in China. But I find that the qualities, the quality of the Chinese made guitars recently has surpassed my expectations. They are really, really good. You probably saw some of the grassroots from ESP models that I reviewed, and they are really well made guitars. Really impeccable. I can find no faults in the guitars. It's just as good as the ones made in Japan, and that got me thinking that wow, the production values have gone way up. So interesting. I also asked Earth, I requested from Earth to send over some of the Strat and the Tele models, but apparently, they're running short of stock because I think they've been selling pretty well in Amazon and other places. So it's good. I'm happy for them. Cool. So you're an early Earth fan. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying about the guitars, So I'm kind of curious. On the last live stream, there's a friend of mine, Leonard, who dropped in, and he bought an Earth, so he was pretty impressed with it. He was going on and on about how that guitar actually play and sound better than some of his more expensive guitars. So yeah, and I'm curious, really curious, and I might get his guitar over here to do a review. So yeah, we'll see. Where do you get them from, Cats? You got them from Amazon? Hey, thank you, Cats. Cheers. So Andres, how do they ferment? Do this fermented herring? What do they do with the herring? Cats, I got one off Amazon. The other two from their website. Bought my. Oh, how's the headless guitars? Yeah, I'm pretty interested in the headless guitars. You know, they look a bit like the Strandmore. What's that? What's that headless brand that is quite popular? Oh yes, Mike, I do. I love bluegrass. Yeah, I can't play bluegrass, but I love bluegrass. I love, in fact, some of the guitarists I love the Alison Krauss band. You know, I find the musicians are really, really good. Yeah. Oh, I got a guy who's a subscriber. Robert, his name, and I don't know where he's in his live stream. He just texted me that he lost 2 pounds while cycling. I need to lose some pounds here. You know, this is like too much pop chops. So I need to lose weight. I need to go cycling again. I need to cycle. Yeah. Strandberg. No, Steinberg. The other one, Strandberg, Strandberg. Yeah, nice. Jerry Douglas. Yes, Mike. Thank you so much. I love him. I love his musicality. I love his playing so much. Yeah, Strandberg. This kind of style. I think they're in trouble for. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's what happened, because they are planning on releasing different headless models right now. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Is the one that you are taking a look at the... Yes, exactly. That's the one. Yeah. Mike, just per your suggestion, now I'm planning to eat pop chops tonight. Good for you, Mike. Where? I'm just curious. I'm just a busybody. Where are you having pop chops? You're fixing one up yourself, or are you going to a restaurant? Cats, the one that Andre just mentioned, yeah, the E335, yeah, that's the one that I'm getting to review. And I have another guitar out in my living room. It's all you guys probably see it in my community page, where I had a picture of a guitar that was just shipping, and that's from Korea. And yeah, I can't wait to like unbox that. That'll be nice. Restaurant, nice. We cannot dine out until maybe, yeah, maybe next Monday. No. We are not able to dine out right now because we're on sort of a mini restriction. So we can only dine out on June the 14th. So yeah, I want to go to Chin Chin. I want to have that old pop shop, and you know, they serve very good chicken rice too. Right now on Monday we're gonna kind of like relax the rules a little bit, so we can gather 5 of us together in a house or in a gathering or whatever. So you can have 5 guests in your house. It used to be 8 before this thing happened. This sudden increase in cases. The cases have gone down dramatically. So it's good. The situation has improved, and the vaccination drive in this country of Singapore has increased manifold. So right now, most of the ones in my age group, like the older ones to my age group, have all been vaccinated. Now they are targeting the school going ages, like those in the PSLEs and secondary school, primary school. So they're targeting that now, and it's already in progress. Like kids are like getting vaccinated right now, and so are the younger adults. So my kids will be registering for the vaccination. Jeanette has her vaccination this morning, so that's good. So also like they have released news like those with we call it the allergies, like that is safe to have the vaccination even though you have allergies. And my eldest daughter, Kelly, who has allergies when she takes mango, yeah, she's probably going for the vaccination too. So I guess it's pretty safe. And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. A restaurant called Sweet Potatoes. Sounds so good. Yeah, North Carolina. I heard of baked potatoes though. Baked potatoes is in Los Angeles. Kicking place, right? All the studio cats will be there. Anyway, yeah, sweet potatoes sounds good. Bon appetit, Mike. J Bob, you must check out Jerry Donahue if you like the Pickers. Unbelievable player. Yeah, sadly has a debilitating stroke, but genius player. Yes, I heard of Jerry Donahue. Yeah, great player too. Going to John, you have to lose weight. I don't understand how you manage to be like you are while it seems you're only out for some food as you send all the pics on Facebook. Ay. Look at this. Like it's like this waistline is like crazy. I need to lose weight because the guitars are like getting further and further out. So with a belly cut, it doesn't really help. It used to be like really in. Now it's like getting out. But it's more than just losing weight. I need to go out. I need to get out of this room because this room is killing me in many ways. Because I'm like sitting down doing videos for hours on end. I have the air conditioning on, which is really bad. I'm faced with all sorts of UV lights, and I need to get a pair of anti-UV glare to protect my eyes. I need to get out. I need to get out of the house and smell and breathe in some fresh air, do some cardio, get my heart pumping, and I need to do it regimentally, which I used to do. But somehow after the vaccination, the vaccination actually kind of sap a lot of strength from me in a way. That's because I'm 60 years old, and I feel tired, more or less, more tired than I've ever felt before. But I can feel that it's getting better. I'm recuperating. Yeah, so it's getting better day by day, and that's henceforth the food. I just want to eat, and get my energy back, and I'm okay, actually okay right now. So I thought a little exercise won't do me harm. It would do me a whole lot of good. Cats. Hey John, a big question is, are the frets on the air art really stainless? Will you be able to tell? Well, I'll probably be able to tell up close. It looks stainless steel to me, because I don't think they would lie unless they're in the market for a short time and they're just trying to scam everyone. But I don't think so, because the frets are really well rounded off, like really well rounded off, not like the usual file off kind of like rounded off. It's just like it's really nice. So I wonder how they went about doing it, and at that price range is like incredible. Andres, sorry, needed to look it up. It's preserved by fermentation. The washed fish is salted, placed in open vessels, and then allowed to ferment. Wow. And okay, so where you guys are from, the weather is kind of cold, and I presume that this is done like in a cold environment, right? To just leave it there. Yeah. The herring by autolysis is through its own enzyme, and together with bacteria form strong smelling acids such as propanic what? Propanoic acid, butyric acid, and acetic acid, acetic acetic acid from simple sugars in the fish. Yay. Okay. Fermentation, is that the other term that's equivalent to decomposition? Yeah, okay. But nobody would say that, that the fish, you're eating a decomposing fish. Fermented sounds a little bit better. Granted. Oh, really? I didn't know you were that big. Chili sheepdog. Salutations, Jonathan. Thanks to your great G&L demos, I'm very close to pulling a trigger on a Comanche or a Doheny V12. Cool. I'm glad to put you in a dilemma. Judo. Hey Jonathan, greetings from Chicago. Wow, cool. I love the band Chicago, just in case. Yeah, I love it. I love the band to bits. I preferably the earlier Chicago era, like back when they were like just a band, and no superstardom, but just a band. I love the earlier albums. Take me back to Chicago, Saturday in the park, or sounds like, or like this, and If You Leave Me Now. Yeah, so many hits. Okay, cats. They feel stainless, they feel great, but some reviewers wonder how they can fit it for a price. Well, it's the same thing with Harley Benton. Harley Benton had like stainless steel on some of the guitars, and you wonder how they put stainless steel in the guitars. So I don't know. Maybe the way, but most of the stainless steels are frets are from China, I guess. So maybe they buy in bulk. But I'm sure there's skimp on certain areas, so I'm not sure about it until I find out from holding it, and playing it, what they're skimp on. But from what I see, they're pretty good. Wow. Terry Cat, yes, Judo. Terry Cat, such a sad way to go, And that's why I don't believe in gun ownership. Never did. Although I love guns, but gun ownership is just an accident. Like what happened to Terry Cat? Accident waiting to happen. Yeah, what a sad ending for him. Killer player. I read somewhere that Jimi Hendrix was like so impressed with Terry Cat's playing. Like he went and told like members of the band, say, your guitar player is like a monster, plays better than me. So that's saying something. Mike, 60 also, motivated by a lady named Toria Pitt to go running. Cool. Also watch a movie called Meru. It's the most motivational movie to go out and run or exercise and reconnect with nature. It's okay, cats. We all been there. Typo. Autos, more or less. I think it's more like auto spell. Yeah, Mike. I never did like running. Never did, even while I was in the army. And especially now, as I grow older, all the running that I do are on stage, all the sliding on the stage and jumping up and down with the guitar. I guess it did some damage to my knees, and that's the excuse that I give. But I mean, yeah, I have weak knees. Yeah, I got weak knees. Yeah. Anyway, so jumping off the stage doesn't really help, when you have weak knees. And I remember one time when I would jump off the stage, and I landed, and my knees gave way, so I was on my knees on the floor. I couldn't get up. I have to stay there and play my guitar, and one of the bouncers kind of like noticed, we had bouncers like, our security people, not bouncers, security people around there, and he kind of helped me out to my feet. It was so embarrassing. Yeah, And I was in my late 40s back then. Like I was like, yeah, I was maybe about early 50s, I know, or my late 40s. Even then, I had weak knees, so I decided not to run and take up cycling instead. So, yeah, cycling is a better sport for me. You know. Mike Bates, Sydney, Cape Breton. Hi from Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada. Wow, Nova Scotia. There's one place that I really want to visit. Never did. Had a chance. I went for a tour. I went for a tour in Canada. Actually, I went from east to the west, but we missed Nova Scotia. I don't know why we missed it. You know. Yeah. Anyway. Hi, Mike. Welcome to the live stream. I'm about to end right now, so Mike, son, ride a bike then. Yeah, that's what I did, you know. That is what I was told when I messed up my feet, you know. And I love riding a bike. It's 3 a.m. right now. I get a quick bite, and then relax for a while, and I'll set off at 5 a.m. That'll be great. Alright, so I gotta go. Like I said, you know, if you want to support this channel, join the patrons and be part of the patrons. There are a couple of patrons in this live stream itself. Thank you guys. Yeah. Before I go, let me just say a quick prayer for all you guys. I know some of you guys might not be too religious or anything like that. There's nothing to do with religion. For me, I guess Jesus to me is the church, and everything is not about religion. It's about a relationship that I've forged over the years with Jesus, and how he kind of like saw me through all the ups and downs, you know. So some of you might know that I went through depression, really bad depression, and whatnot. Many hurts from people that I trusted, and somehow I managed to make my way back up on my feet because of my Lord, of my Jesus. And it's the relationship that I have with him, talking to him through the years, finding things out when he showed them to me, and actually making things happen. You just don't know what it's like to be a musician as you grow older. Now, I'm not from the Rolling Stones, because, you know, guys like that will never grow old because the name will carry them forth. But if you're a normal guitar player who does some sessions and maybe some songs and basically working by yourself, you tend to like kind of slip into the twilight, into the sunset, and people will kind of expect you to do that. And there are like younger musicians, or maybe not so young musicians, or fellow musicians who are hoping to see you, you know, fade off in the sunset, so they have less competition or whatever, you know. Who knows what goes on to the hearts of men. And sometimes you feel that, because people will be like waiting to see how you fall or how you will disappear. But I've been around until now. Like, you know, I remain resilient, all by the grace of my Lord Jesus, because he saw fit for me to continue doing what I'm doing, playing music and entertaining people, and at the same time be a ministry by talking to people and praying for people. And that's what I do when I go on tours. So I never stopped touring since the year 2010. And I didn't share this with you, so I'm sharing with you right now. At 2010, I hit 50, right? So I was 50 years old, and I actually asked the Lord, like, so Lord, hi Tom. So I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I'm hitting 50 right now, so the big 50. So for my birthday gift from you, Lord, I would want to know what's gonna happen for the next couple of years? Like, is it game over? Am I gonna be fading off to the sunset and stop this whole career as being a musician and maybe drive a Uber or do something else? And I distinctly heard him saying to me, and I kid you not, I just heard it. And he says, no, the best is yet to come. You thought it's over? No, it's not over. It just began. And I go like, at the same time I was excited, and at the same time I was like, what's happening? So, yep. And I just waited and see what happened. And there, true enough, I started on the tour with this top diva, one of the top singers in Taiwan, May, which I did a tour back in '98. But yeah, she requested for me, so I went on a tour with her for almost 3 years, 2.5 years. And after that, I thought, that's it. No, I continued touring with another artist called Jeff Chang, and then with my good brother Eric. And I never stopped touring until today. In fact, I'm still on tour technically, but because of the COVID-19, it kind of like on pause. So I never stopped touring since 2010, and God's promises was really clear. And at the same time, he made it in such a way that I can speak to people and tell and not just to tell them about him, but to comfort and to minister to people. Guys which includes my bandmates, the band members that I tour with. And I used to have like a sort of a gathering on a Saturday morning after breakfast when we were on tour. So I'll be on tour in somewhere in China, and I will get the band together and we'll spend some time in my hotel room. And yeah, we just pray for one another, and just listen out to what everybody's going through. And we are musicians, we are the same as any one of you guys out there, Well, we have our ups and downs, we have our struggles, especially struggles because financially, especially when it comes to work and all that. So some of us have Marshall problems and whatever, so we kind of talked it out. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's my relationship with my Lord Jesus, and there's no religion involved. So in case you guys are wondering, all right. Okay, so where are you guys from? Okay, so Andres, FYI, after seeing a review Harley Benton Custom Line for CRD 41. Yes, it is. You went out and bought one. Cool, good for you. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. Mike, enjoy your music and spirit. Thanks, John. Hi, Tom. Okay, you like rock and roll is timeless, John. Never stop. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is what has been happening to me, and even this YouTube channel was born out of the desire to minister to to help people along the way, and that's henceforth the video about depression, because I've seen a lot of people with depression, and the killer part about depression is that the realization that people can be very cruel if they want to be, and they don't understand how emotional one get when they are faced with certain problems that they cannot overcome. I used to kid myself and think that that I'm really strong, like I can handle all sorts of stuff. But when I'm under stress, emotional stress, then it's a problem. I remember one time when my mom, when my mother, God bless her soul, she's passed on, she fell and she broke her hip bone in 3 places, and she was warded, and I was heartbroken to see her like that. And I have a sister, elder sister, and we were making plans on getting a bigger flat so that they can move in together with us as a family, and we'll be one family unit, and I can get the kids or my wife to kind of share the burden of taking care of my mom. And everything was done, so I went house shopping, flat shopping, apartment shopping, and found a place, and went through a whole lot of jumping around. And then out of nowhere, my sister decided not to do it, but the way she go about doing it was really bad, because she was really aggressive about it, and blame it on me, and stuff like that. So I was in the hospital, and I was caught unaware by this onslaught. I don't blame her right now. I mean, I've forgiven her. I know she's under stress too, because she was taking care of my mom for the longest time. But there in the hospital, I couldn't take it. I just kind of like froze. I didn't break down and cry, but I just walked walked away from the conversation, and kind of like composed myself. And I knew in my heart that, dude, I failed. I couldn't take the stress, and I can feel the depression coming back to me. But I clung on. I went to the toilet, and I said a prayer. And I told God, I said, Lord, don't let me fall into the abyss. Get me out of it, and I don't want to go into it. I have to be strong for my family. I have to be strong for my mom. So I composed myself. I came out, and we kind of like settled the whole thing peacefully. But that night was the night that I found that that you can never be too sure about how your emotional state is at. For me, I have my Lord Jesus to depend on, to count on. But for some people, they do not have anyone, not even a close friend. And like I said, people can be so cruel, because when they look at someone who's depressed, they kind of ridicule them and kind of label them as useless or weak. That's the word that a lot of people will say, hey, you are weak. And I hate this sort of bullies. I hate bullies, general. I just hate bullies. That's why I'm so against, certain people. And I just don't like people being bullied and people being looked down upon, and just because of the emotional state that they're in, and there's something that gets my hair up my back. And my heart goes out to people like that, because they're at a very vulnerable stage where they can just go and then do something stupid. And if we as human beings do not know how to take care of one another, then we are not suited to be labeled as human beings. We are just, sometimes I think animals are way better than us. And the cruelty of this world, it's overwhelming at times, because you see how people can be so cruel, and that people will always kind of like label evilness with the devil. But let me tell you one thing, the hearts of men can be more evil than anything else. The things that we do to our fellow human beings is crazy. The massacre that we do, the killings that we do, the atrocities that we committed. And we're talking about global range, but I'm just coming down to guys around you who are suffering from depression, and it's always good to kind of reach out to them and tell them that they're not alone. They have someone to care for them in need be, and speak to them. And that's what a lot of people are lacking. They don't want to waste their time. They don't want to waste their time talking to someone. I have enough problems of my own. I can't handle problems of other people. Fine. I'm okay with that, because we all have our crosses to bear and our loads to carry. But don't go ridiculing people who are going through emotional stages. Don't label them. Don't bully them. Don't look down upon them. Don't call them weak. Be someone to encourage them with. Be a good, kind heart soul. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And for me personally, I fall. I mean, I fail miserably to encourage other people. Sometimes I just do my best. But like what the great James Ingram said, sometimes our best is not good enough. But we try, and I think God sees that, and I think that's good. Yeah. Retro. Every one of us can fall into mental illness. It can happen to us all. You're very right. And it's not really a state of mental illness. It's like a trauma. Like, when you fall off the bike and you land on your feet or your elbow, you're gonna have like bruises and marks. And that's exactly what happened to your heart and to your mind when something traumatic happens to you, like, that you cannot handle mentally, and that's what happens, and it leaves a scar, and sometimes the scar will turn into something more more serious. Yeah. So if you guys are listening, 24 you guys here, so if you guys are listening, just or 22 of you guys now, so some of you guys might not want to listen to all this, but in any case I had to speak it. And if you've seen a guy or a relative or a friend who's suffering from depression, be a friend. Let's pray. Thank you, Jesus, for tonight. I just pray the Lord that you would watch over each and every one of us, us and our families. Lord, we know that our love for music is something that we share with one another. But Lord, there's something that we need to share with one another too, and that's the love that we have for our fellow men. Lord, we can never love like you. We just thank you for the wonderful protection and grace that you bestow upon us and our families. And I just pray that, Lord, that you continue to watch over us, especially at this period, at this time. So, Lord, let us have a heart that is sensitive, and let us look around and see whether there's anyone out there who needs help, Lord, a friend or relative, a neighbor. Teach us how to do it in the right way, Lord, because sometimes we can try too hard and end up badly. But Lord, give us wisdom through your Holy Spirit so that we can know the best way to minister to these people, Lord. And may your mercy be upon them, Lord. May you just get them out of the darkness, just show them the light, Lord. And the light is you, Lord. So thank you, Lord. I want to pray for everyone here in this live stream that, Lord, that you will watch over them in coming in and going out, Lord. Bless them with joy and with good health, Lord. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. I'm going to thank you for those intimate moments. It's not easy to open oneself so far. I'm glad you found Jesus, but don't forget you have some of us with you. Thank you, Gointe. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my German brother. Yeah, I hope to see you physically. Either you come over or I'll go over there. So, thank you, Gointe. For me, Andres, I get calm when I'm out doing landscape photography. Wow. When I'm out on some beautiful location, I get time to reflect. Photography is my main hobby, where I share images on my website under my name. That's nice, Andres. That's nice. I used to love photography. I have a whole bunch of cameras. But kind of like neglected that for a long time. But I'm glad I had that experience, because then I can shoot, the videos that you see in a way that I think was okay, I'm self-praising myself, but I think it's okay, So, All right, going to Esther. Thank you, Tom. God bless you, Tom. You're one brother that I respect a lot. You and Ian. I respect you guys and love you guys so much for your tenacities. David Belcher, thank you. You're welcome. Right, guys, I gotta go. So remember, I'm gonna go for a short ride at 5 a.m. So you guys please take care of yourself. Going to what? When you're in Germany. Okay. Which part of Germany you're from, going to? Remind me again. Hamburg? Munich? Right, Liam. You take care. Dortmund. Cool. Yeah, I was hoping you would say like a place that that is not too familiar. Like everybody will go to either Munich or to Hamburg, or what's the other place that people will always go to? Uh, I forget all the German cities there. Dortmund. Yeah, interesting. About 50 km. Okay, cool. We can go cycling there. Going to. Okay, guys, I gotta go. You guys take care. Bye. God bless you all.